Hello everyone, I have got another big box full of old pennies to search through. I'm told there's more than 1,000. I ripped the label off and the label says 9.55 kilograms. Now the pennies weigh 9.4 grams, so 1,000 would be 9.4 kilograms, but then we've got the weight of the box, and of course that'd be brand new where they weigh 9.4 grams, so I'm assuming there is over 1,000 there. It just feels heavier. I can't remember what the last lot weighed, but I'm not going to put a number because I don't know. I'm not going to count them first. I'll just put a box full of coins to look through or something like that. A big box full of coins. You'll know what the title and the thumbnail say now anyway. I haven't done it yet. It feels like it could be in a bag this time. Last time they were loose, but they're not rocking about so much. Anyway, let's stop waffling and get it cut open. What do I do with my Stanley knife? There it is. Okay, let's do this. And put it down there. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Ah, they are loose, damn. Okay, let's get my boards down there then. If you've seen these videos before, you know everything that goes on these boards are given away at the end of the box. How many videos it'll take to search through, I don't know yet. Depends what we find, what we've got to talk about. There we are. Oops. Technical stuff here. There we go. I'll leave the box over here to one side and I will grab a handful. Now I don't want to see them, so I'll keep them covered up. I like to see them exactly the same time as you see them. If you haven't seen these penny hunts before, I go through my box of coins and whatever I find I put down on this board. Usually takes about 7 or 8 videos, and then everything that's down there I'll be giving away. So this is the date run from 1860 to 1966 there. There's no 1967s in these batches. I've never found one yet, so that's brilliant. And along the way I'll take a look inside my Whitman albums, my Whitman penny albums, any upgrades or anything I haven't got. This will be priority. And I've never found a 1951 in these hunts, so let's hope this is the first time. So what you have to do to win everything that I put down here is comment on the videos. As I say, usually about 8 or 9 videos. Comment on every one, and then at the end I'll pick a video at random, and from that video I'll pick a comment at random, and the person who made that comment will win everything down here. But you must be subscribed, so please click that subscribe button, and everything absolutely free. Okay. Here we go then. The very first coin is, let's see, 1917, so that'll be George V. That's not a very good condition, is it? Right, I'll mention the dirty mug straight away. I've got a mug here, a Makamula mug. If you haven't subscribed to Makamula, I'll put a link in the description below. And I'm putting all my dirty coins in there. And I said when it gets to half full, I'll give them away. So that one is the very first coin found. It's dirty, so that's going in the mug. Okay, let's carry on. That first one was a 1917. It's quite common, so we will find another one of them, hopefully. There's a 1929. There's a shiny one. That's a 66. Now we've got George V, George VI here, 1944. There's another Elizabeth one by the look of it, shiny. Yeah, 1964 this time. Another George V. Oops. 1927. I'll put these all down on the board when I've finished the first handful. 1893, so that's the first Victoria, and it's a younger head Victoria. 1893, not too bad for 1893. Another George V. 1936 there. Another shiny one. 65, 1965, that's not bad. Very nice condition. Another Elizabeth. That's another 66. Not as good as the one we found though. 1901, so that'll be the Valehead Victoria. There she is. 1901, that was the year Queen Victoria died. January 1901. What we got here? 1905, so that will be Victoria's son. That will be Edward the 7th. There he is. It's got a little bit of a dent in there though. Anything I put down on the board I will upgrade if I find better condition ones. There's another 1927. We got here 1935, another George V. 3 more in this handful. There's George V again. 1919, we can find mint marks on the 1919s. to the left of the date, a KN or a H for Kings Norton or Heaton, but that one sadly is just a plain one. There's another George V. What we got here? Focused at last, 1929, and what's that? 62, or 1962. Right, let's get these on the board. That's got them all down there, but that 27, this one was better, found 227s, so an upgrade in the first handful. Okay, let's grab a few more. Hang on, what's this, 62? I didn't put the 62 down there. You've got to keep your eye on me, you know. I don't know what I'm doing. I get so excited when I get my pennies. Right, here we go. 1903. Now, for a 1903, you're looking for what is known as an open 3. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll go and get one and show you. There's the one I've just found at the bottom, and the open 3, the rarer one, at the top. Let me freeze that frame. There we go. Now you can see the one at the bottom, the 3 curls around at the top and the bottom. It's quite curly. Whereas the one at the top, which is known as the open 3, is quite flat at the top and doesn't curl around so much at the bottom either. Now these open 3s are selling for around £60 at the moment, probably even more. So definitely worth looking out for. But this is just a common one, not in the best condition either, but I'll put it on the board for now. Hope we find a better one. Okay, let's carry on. There's another 1962, not as good as the one we found though. What we got here, 1920, George V. That is an ultra rare 1920 you can find. I've done a video on that if you want to have a look below in the link. Have you got a rare 1920 penny? But I can tell that's a common one. We've got a 1902. Now we're looking for a low tide with a 1902. That's Edward VII. Let me show you that. So if you look at Britannia's leg there and the other leg coming down there, where the legs cross, the tide level is exactly there. So this is a common high tide version. So let me go and get a low tide version and I'll show you the difference. Okay, one I just found at the bottom, and the top one is the low tide. Let me see if I can freeze that image again. There we go. And you can see it's much lower. You could get these for around £5 to £6 in this condition. They're not that hard to find, but definitely good to have one in your collection. So that 1902 can go there. If I do find a low tide in this hunt, I'll put it on the board with that one. Well, let's carry on. 1913, George V. There's another 1929. Got one of those. There's an Irish penny there. 1942. There's the Hen and Chicks by Percy Metcalfe. And sometimes in the 1942, one of the chicks is missing. The body's missing, but not on this one. This one's fine. Not in the best condition. We'll put that down in a minute. What we got here? Another shiny 66. Not quite as good as the one I've already found. There's another Victoria. 1890, nice clear date. There's a bit of damage on that one. 1906. A 1939, George VI. There's a 1964 again. What have we got here? 1882. There's an 1882 with the H mint mark. Now, if you find an 1882 without the H mint mark, they are quite rare. Hundreds of pounds if you find one of those. But be careful because it does wear the H away circulation. It looks like it's nothing there, but sometimes there is. 1882. And this one is a 1904. Right, I'll put the Irish one down there. I'll balance that up a bit, look, a bit of a seesaw. I'll put that one down there. And I'll put that damaged 1906 down there for now, but hopefully we'll find a better one than that. I need to get a thumbnail before I carry on. What about something like that? That'll do. I tried not to look. Let's grab some more. There's Victoria. Now what we got here? 1898. That's not the best though, is it? 1901, Victoria. Zoom in a little bit, that's it. 1936 there, George the 5th. 1964, already got a better one than that. And there is George the 6th, 1939. And another 1939, slightly better that one. And there's a Jersey coin, 1/12 of a shilling, King George VI there. 1945, this is liberated, 1945. This was minted to commemorate the liberation of Jersey in 1945, but it wouldn't have been minted in 1945. These would have been minted in either 1949, 51 or 52. 1/12 of a shilling. Notice a little bit of streakiness there on the alloy where it hasn't mixed properly. That's usually what causes that. Anyway, it's the first Jersey one. Let's get that down there in a minute. Oh, look at the state of that. 1909. Very dirty. That's going in the dirty mug. Just double check. Yep, 1909. That can go in the dirty mug. There we are. Okay, what we got here then? Younghead Victoria. Can we get a date off that? 1880 something, but can't quite read that. Could be 83. I don't know. It's not that good anyway. Right, 1961. We haven't got a 61 yet. One to put down there. And there's another George the 5th. 1927. Oh, there's a French one. 10 centimes, yep, 10 centimes, and what we got there, 1913. And you can see the engraver's initials there. Daniel Dupuy, is it? Just read it there. Daniel Dupuy. And the same on that side. Daniel Dupuy. Silent S because it's French. I can read that or not. There we go. There we go. First French one. And another Victoria, and 1898. We've got one of those, didn't we? But this is a little bit better than what I just found. There's a 1903. Come on, be an open 3. And if it focuses... No, it's a closed 3. Curly at the top and curly at the bottom. That's a closed 3. That's a common one. There's a 66. And last one in this handful, 1947. So ones to add: 1947, 61. And we've got an 1898. We've got the Jersey one. And I'll put the French one. I'll put that down there. Quick shout out to some new members of the channel. We've got Habu Hanifar, thank you very much for becoming a member. We've got Danny Simpson, thank you very much, Danny. Tristan Dunn, thank you very much for becoming a member there. And we've got the Great Papyrus, thank you very much. Also, there is a couple of super thanks. We've got Edward Graham, thank you very much, Edward. And the Coin Time Capsule, thank you very much. Big thanks to all my members. If you do want to become a member, it's only 99p a month and it really helps the channel. And of course, there's always a super thanks. Okay, we have a 1962. It's a bit battered. There's George V, 1917. We've got that one yet, have we? 1917. 64. There's a shiny one, and that's a 65. I think the one we've got down there is slightly better than that though. There's a 1920. Is it the rare one? You can tell by the colon there, but I can tell that's definitely not a rare one. 1921. Another George V. 1937 there. What's this? 64. Another Victoria. 1897. Now with the 1897, look between the O and the N in the word one and see if you can see a full stop like a dot in the middle. If you have, it could be worth a few £100. Let me put up an image next to it. There we are. That's what you're looking for, a little dot, like a full stop. But sadly, this is the common one. And naturally, on the 1897, the tide will be low. Sometimes you can find high tide 1897s as well. But no, this is just the common one. Another Victoria. That's a grubby 1901. There's another dirty one, 1907. But is it dirty enough? Yeah, that can go in there. Another Victoria. 1899 this time. I still want one of those. And last one in this handful. Oh, look at that. It's a 1919 and it's got an H mint mark. See that on the left there? H mint mark, H4 Heaton. The Heaton Metalworks in Birmingham made that, not the Royal Mint. That's nice. And look at the ghosting on that, where you can see the king's head from the other side. See it? How it's come through. The Royal Mint really had a problem in George V's reign with that. Never quite fixed it. It's really ghosty, that one. 1917. 1921. 1937. 1897. What's this? 1899. And last one on my hand is that 1919 with the H mint mark. I'm just going to swap the 1964 because this one is slightly better. Someone said to me, why don't you do the whole batch in one video? So I say I've got 1,000 coins, do the whole lot in one video. Well, that would be about 3 hours. And I know Dave from Northeast Coins would love that, but I don't know if anyone else would. 3 hours, is that a bit too long? That's longer than a Bond film. I know it's more exciting than a Bond film, but... And Bond films are pretty exciting, but this has got to be more exciting, surely. 3 hours, a bit long. Let me know in the comments. Is that too long to do the whole 1,000 in one video? Anyway, 1961. There's a 1930. I don't think we've got a 30 yet. There's another George V. 19, look at that, 1919 and another H mint mark. Sometimes go whole hunts without finding one of those. That's two. But I don't think that's quite as good, is it? Not quite as good condition as the other one. You can still see the ghosting through there, but no, I think the other one's better than that. Hang on, let me put that down there to one side. There's a 1944. That's a bit dirty, isn't it? Is it dirty enough? Let's put it in the dirty mug. 1897. Have we got a little dot there? No. No dot, and as you can see there, look, low tide. So that's a common one. 1915, you can get ones with recessed ear, where the king's ear has been recessed into the coin. That was done to try and stop the ghosting, as you can see it on there, but this is not one. And if it was, one of those teeth up the top there would be broken, but they are. See those teeth? They're all in good condition, so that is a common 1915. There's another Victoria. That's quite nice condition, isn't it? And that's another 1897. Come on, have a dot. Let's have a little dot there. There's a mark there, but I think it's just a little scratch, isn't it? Yeah. That's quite nice condition, actually. There's a bit down. Oh, no, look. A bit of damage there. Oh, that's a shame because that's nice condition. Oh, small damage there, though. Look. Other than that, it's a nice coin. I'll put that down there as well. Do that now. 1897. Then the winner. You can have both of those. Right. Okay, 1917 again. 1946. We're looking for a little dash at the top of the E. A well-known error. Selling for around £40–50 now. Let me put a little image next to the coin. If I found one, it should be there now. See a little dash, and that's what you're looking for. In the 1946, but this one is just a common one. There's 1928. I don't think we've got a 28 yet either. We have now. 1938. 1921, 1965. What we got here? 1898. I've got that. 1900. That's a bit worn. We haven't got a 1900. Some scratches there as well. I'll put it down there for now. We're bound to find a better one than that, though, surely. 1944. There's a 1902. Is it going to be a low tide variety? No. See, the tide is high, as Blondie once said. And, oh, 1889. That's not bad condition. That's not bad at all for 1889. It's quite a common date, that one, but not usually as nice as that. Go down there. And the last one is a 1920. And it's a common 1920. Okay, 1930. 1915, common one. There's a 1917. Oh, I've got 1917. I'll go over there. 46. Where are we? There we go. 1938. 1928. Doing quite well for the first video. What's this one? Oh, that's that badly worn 1900. And quite nice condition, 1889. Yeah, the reason I had that 17 in my hand, because it's better condition. I'll swap it for that one. Okay then, George the 5th, 1917. Edward the 7th, 1908. I believe that's one we're still wanting for the board. Get that down there in a minute. There's an 1897. There's no dot there. It looks like there's tape or something over it. And some sellotape. So that can go in the dirty mug. There's a 1904, and we do have a better one than that. Another Victoria, 1901. Ah, that's better than that tatty one that was down there. I'll swap that straight away. Get that one out of the way. There we go. Right, another 1898. There's an older one. 1887. We haven't got that yet. Not too bad, is it? 1887. So I'll put that down there in a minute. Another old one, 1889. We've got a better one than that though. Younghead Victoria. Well, there's a shiny one. Is that a 66? Yep, certainly is. Oh, there's a old Victoria. It's 1862. It's 1862, but it's in dreadful condition. Can go on the board for now. Let's hope we find a better one. 1964. Oh, foreign one. What's this? 10 centimes. There's a B there. And this is, yes, Napoleon III. We do come off quite a few of these in these hunts. Don't look like we can get a date off it though. 1856, I think that is. That'll be about right for Napoleon III. Now these are slightly smaller than pennies. They were brought into the country, obviously worth less than a penny, and then palmed off as pennies. We do find quite a few of these. I'll put that on the board. I just looked at that one. 1962. And there's another 1897. Has this one got a dot on it? No, it hasn't, and it's the low tide, so the common one again. Right, 1965. 1917 again. 61, I think that's a better 61, I'll change that. And 1912, and there is a mint mark on the 1912. 1912H, that's the most common George V mint mark. 1912. And what's this one here? 1963, I think we need a 63. Okay, 1908. What we got here? There's a 1912 with the H mint mark. 1963. There's the Napoleon III one. I'll put that down there. There's a really tatty 1862, but I'll put it there until we find a better one. What else we got here? 1961. I was going to swap that because that's better condition. And this one is the 1887. Right, thanks for watching. I'm going to call it a day on this video. I think that's long enough for this one. Please subscribe. It's absolutely free, and you could win everything that's down here. And I'll see you in the next video.